Bali, Indonesia is one of the most magical and idyllic places on Earth. On the north shore of the island, away from the tourists, fishing communities still cling to a traditional lifestyle. But there are problems in this paradise. Global warming is making sea temperatures increase. Pollution and destructive practices such as cyanide fishing damage the coral reefs that are basic to sustain the livelihoods of the community. These questions are deeply affecting the lives of local fishermen like Gambal.
Dan juga yang dialami oleh masyarakat itu karena pendapatan menurun.
Climate change is having an adverse impact on the world's coral reefs. Half the world's coral reef systems have suffered bleaching as a result of warming seas. The 50,000 square kilometers of coral reef in Indonesia, 18% of the world's total, are deteriorating rapidly. On top of this, the widespread use of highly toxic cyanide to drowse the fish to make them easier to catch poisons their coral reef habitats. With the typical resilience of a fisherman, Gambal decided to do something about this problem. He brought his community together to work out ways to restore the coral reefs and mitigate the effects of global warming and environmental destruction.
Dia ngomong, kalau kita pakai jaring, kita akan kesulitan mendapat hasil. Apa yang mau dikasih makan anak dan keluarga kami? Nah, karena mereka belum paham. Setelah beberapa orang yang paham, mereka juga mendatangi temannya atau keluarganya untuk.
Most fishermen in the Less community catch ornamental fish, whose market price is 115 times higher than ordinary fish. The fishermen either snorkel or dive with air from tire compressors. Most of them mastered the use of nets and doubled their income due to the lower mortality rate of the fish caught without cyanide. But the change in fishing methods was just the first step. Gambal set in motion an underwater revolution. In order for the fish collection to be sustainable, the coral reefs need to be rehabilitated. This is a painstaking process that involved the establishment of underwater coral farms. A partnership with the GEF, Global Environment Facility, was instrumental in providing the resources and skills needed by the community.
The strength of this project is more of the feeling of sharing the ownerships, not just sharing the benefits, but also sharing the risk, sharing the feelings of learning together and having the common vision.
The underwater coral farm has become the breadbasket of the Less community. Corals are sown, carefully rewired, and labeled with the names of individual donors. Then they are replanted at the bottom of the sea and become natural habitats for rare fish. Many extinct species have come back to populate a colorful ocean. This environmental renaissance has also attracted a new sight to the villagers, divers who visit the community in ecotourism tours. The Less community has become a unique example that fish collection and ecotourism are not incompatible. Environmentally conscious fishing improves the fascinating underwater sights ecotourists crave to see.
Di satu sisi pertumbuhan ekonomi itu dicapai melalui proses ekstraksi yaitu pemanfaatan ikan hias, di sisi lain pemanfaatan konservasi tersebut juga dapat dicapai melalui pemanfaatan ekoturism. Kedua hal itu sudah terbukti di sini bisa dilakukan.
Realizing that most ornamental fish buyers are foreigners, Gambal became one of the leaders in the next step taken by the community, to set up their own fish export company. This has been a bold and daunting task for a group of fishermen with limited education and management skills.
Oleh sebab itu kita bangun perusahaan ekspor. Nah, banyak orang berpendapat bahwa perusahaan ekspor ini tidak mungkin diinstal ke dalam sebuah ekosistem, dalam sebuah village yang didominasi oleh orang yang berpendidikan rendah.
But the business became a booming success.
Kan, tapi untuk merawatnya itu kalau belum ada order kita rawat terus.
Terus
Makanya-
order datang,
Ya, begitu
lihat order,
begitu kita sudah pelihara di sini, kita tentukan ada order dari luar negeri. Nah, kadang-kadang dari Kanada, dari Filipina, Amerika, Jerman, Belanda, Australia juga.
With the technical assistance from consultants, the fishermen learn how to keep track of inventories and revenues. As a result, their exports have tripled in the last 2 years. The increased revenue has also indirectly contributed to gender empowerment. With the improved incomes, families are sending more girls to school, a privilege that not long ago was reserved mostly for boys. Women are also participating in meetings and in the decision-making process. They are conscious of the importance of giving priority to the environment in order to sustain their future.
Sangat penting kayaknya menjaga lingkungan di sekitar laut. Apalagi kita banyak tinggal di pesisir pantai di sini. Kalau kita nggak pintar-pintar untuk menjaga lingkungan gini kan dampaknya ke kita juga. Bagi saya, menurut saya juga sangat penting menjaga lingkungan.
The new generations of fishermen are being raised with an acute environmental consciousness. They learn from an early age to protect the resources that are paramount for their survival.
Dan juga anak-anak yang baru mau ikut kerja nyilam itu mereka sudah diajarkan pakai jaring atau mengenalkan alat tangkap yang ramah lingkungan itu sendiri. Jadi mereka sudah tahu dengan jenis-jenis ikan, ada juga yang nggak tahu. Mungkin sampai cucu-cucu kita nanti bisa ngelihat ikan gimana di alamnya atau sudah gimana.
Keeping his unassuming nature, Gombal is a lively example that a person can stand up and make a difference for the environment at the community level, no matter how isolated or distant it may be.
Kalau saya pergi melaut, itu serasa saya pergi ke ladang. Karena saya tanah tidak punya, dan juga mata pencaharian saya juga di sana. Mungkin besok-besok mungkin surga saya juga di sana.